Hi everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to my pretty little garden. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my seed haul for 2024. I don't know that I will be getting to plant all of them because I kind of went overboard when I was online and also in the stores. It's amazing how excited you can get when the seeds start showing up in the stores. And when you're looking online, you just kind of want to grow all the things. And that's how I was feeling. I would see something and I'd say, yes, I want to do this, I want to do that. But, realistically, I don't know that I'm going to be planting everything that I purchased, but I want to share at least some of my favorites and some of the ones that I'm definitely going to be giving a try this summer in my garden. So one of the things that I decided that I'd like to try is a cut flower garden. I actually, when I started gardening, I never really had any interest in cut flowers, and sometimes I would think they would look kind of messy in the garden, but really just, through YouTube and learning on YouTube and following certain people, it really has inspired me to want to just establish a little cut flower garden of my own, really truly for pure enjoyment, for my own enjoyment, and to give it to family and friends, I think would be amazing. If you've ever watched North Lawn Flower Farm, I think I'm saying that right, Danielle. Oh my goodness, she's so inspiring. And I know many of you know and have watched her as well. And she is an amazing cut flower gardener. She has so much knowledge and she really can get you excited about cut flowers. And just the bouquets that she makes are amazing. And I thought to myself, gosh, that would be so fun to do it on a much smaller scale. Now, she just does it in her own backyard, which is kind of small. But for me, I would probably, do it in my backyard, but even a little smaller, probably in an elevated garden bed, and then some areas around my yard I would stick in different flowers. And let me tell you, I'm going to make mistakes, I know that already, but I just think it could be so gratifying to start to learn the process, and then to be able to gift those flowers to your family and friends. I mean, I have joy in my heart just thinking about it. So that was really, I think, the motivation for me to start shopping around for seeds. I do have an interest in vegetables as well, but what I'm going to share with you today is strictly flowers, because I think that's just where I'm starting this year. I don't know that I'm going to be growing any vegetables. I'm not sure yet. I don't have any vegetable seeds. I don't have any vegetable plans right now, but I'm definitely open to it. But I also know that you don't want to bite off more than you can chew. So I'd like to do something and do it well and try and learn as much as I can about that, task that I'm, doing at the time. So right now I'm going to be focusing my attention on the cut flowers, and we'll see where that can take me. So also, all of my seeds that I purchased are from Botanical Interests. I'm very new to seed shopping, and I have to be honest, in the Botanical Interests, the way they package their seeds, the beautiful illustrations on the front of the packet and all the information that you get on the outside and the inside, and their website kind of just drew me in. I've seen other people ordering from Botanical Interests, and that's, how I ended up getting all my seeds from Botanical Interests. So I'm sure there's other wonderful seed companies out there, but that's where I landed this time around. So, okay, so, I did my research on which flowers are the best for a beginner cut flower gardener. And everyone knows, I think, that the zinnia is a flower that is, a very good flower to have and to grow for your cut flower garden, especially if you're a beginner. What I'm planning on doing right now is direct sow. I'm interested in winter sowing. I'm interested in seed starting indoors, but I think for this first season, I'm going to do the direct sow method with just, I don't know, maybe like a handful of different types of flowers. So I think my favorite zinnia that I picked out is this one right here, Zinnia Envy. It's just beautiful. I think I mentioned before that I love the color green, and I just think this is a beautiful, beautiful zinnia. I know that zinnias are a good choice for a beginner cut flower gardener, and zinnias, as far as I understand, are pretty easy to grow and they're plentiful. I know that you can usually cut them and they come again. That's what they say about zinnias. I'm not sure if all zinnias are like that, but okay, it doesn't say that these zinnias are the cut and come again, so I'm not quite sure, but they are called Heirloom, a rare flower color. The chartreuse blossoms are unique attention getters. Imagine their beauty in floral arrangements. And I just really thought that green color for the zinnia flower was just beautiful. So that was definitely one of my top picks for zinnias. Let's see, what else can I tell you about it? I plan to sow it outside, and it's recommended to sow 1 to 2 weeks after your average last frost date, which I know for my area, I am in zone 6B in Western New York, and our last frost date is somewhere like mid-May. So usually around Memorial Day is when people start, getting their gardening going and getting outside and doing all of the planting and things like that. So that'll be around the time that I direct sow these. So that is my zinnia choice. I also have another zinnia that these do say, actually I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zinnias all together, but I think I'm gonna also try these zinnias. They're the cut and come again. And let's see, these have vibrant colors, too many to list. The more you cut, the more they bloom. They attract butterflies in search of sweet summer nectar, and they're a great cut flower. So I'm also going to be planting the cut and come again kind. Like I said, I don't know that those other ones were considered cut and come again because it didn't say it on the packet. So again, I will be direct sowing these outside. They are, let's see, they get 18 to 30 inches tall, and they'll be perfect for a cut flower garden. And the Zinnia Envy, I don't think I mentioned, these get 24 to 30 inches tall, so a little bit taller. I also have 3 varieties of sunflowers, and the way I understand it with sunflowers for a cut flower garden is most of them, as far as I understand, need succession sowing, because when you plant them and they bloom, they only, produce one bloom, and if you cut it, you don't get a rebloom for that sunflower. So for that reason, you need to succession sow, which means that, you would plant a variety of seeds, of sunflower seeds, 1 week, and then maybe 2 to 3 weeks later, you succession sow, or you plant another round of those seeds again, so that, and so on and so forth for as many times, I guess, as you want to do it throughout the summer. That way, when you're going to make your bouquets, you'll continually have a sunflower to cut from for your bouquets. So I thought this one was absolutely beautiful. It's the sunflower Rouge Royale. You can see it has a beautiful kind of burgundy red color with some yellow and orange in there as well. And the descriptions are amazing. It says, a rich, velvety, deep red sunflower that doesn't shed its pollen, developed for the cut flower market. It will steal the show in your gardens and bouquets. It gets 4 to 6 feet tall. So this is a tall one. Not quite sure where I'm going to put this. Probably just somewhere in the back of one of my garden beds is what I'm thinking. So again, I'm new to the cut flower garden, so I know I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm really not worried about it. I'm just going to be learning and sharing, and hopefully inspiring somebody else out there to just go for it and to try your hand at something new. So this is the Sunflower Rouge Royale. I also have, this one's called the Sunflower Dwarf Teddy Bear. And look at how cute that is with the yellow, like pom-pom looking sunflowers. Now this one, let's see what the description says. Loads of fuzzy golden yellow blossoms that look like sunny pom-poms on sturdy dwarf plants. Perfect height for kids to grow, wonderful cut flower. So I think this is a little bit different because it will grow in a plant form and have several sunflowers on one plant, you know, where the other sunflower is just on one stem and comes up one time. So it seems as though this one, if I plant this one, it'll grow and produce several sunflowers on one plant. So that is a good option too, to have continual sunflowers for your cut bouquets. Okay, so I have like the round flowers with the sunflowers and the zinnias, and now you need something taller in your bouquet. You know, something with a little different look to it to give the bouquet some variety. So for that reason, I've chosen, and I've seen like kind of rave reviews about this one online. This is Bells of Ireland. And I know Danielle from North Lawn Flower Farm has talked very highly about this one. And I believe it's one of her top picks. And I thought it was beautiful. Again, I love the green color. And the descriptions, let me read you the description. It says that the description on the front is that their tall spikes of apple green bells are perfect for the back of the border. A stunning cut or dried flower with a beautiful scent. And this gets 24 to 36 inches tall. So that is, sorry, the reflection in my glasses. That is another choice I made for my cut flower garden. And if anybody has grown any of these, which I'm sure there's many people out there who have, and you want to leave me a comment or any type of a tip or any advice, I would appreciate that. I am not, I am not an expert. I am a gardener though. We're all gardeners. I looked up the definition of gardener, and it is a person who tends or cultivates their garden as a pastime or for a living. And I know, you don't have, I guess my point is you don't have to be an expert in something to share and to inspire someone else. You just have to put yourself out there and share information and, be open to information that you receive in return and enjoy your garden. So that's really one of my main motivations for being here on YouTube is I love to garden. I really truly do. Over the years, I've grown to love it more and more, and I really love to learn each day in my garden. And I love YouTube as well, and I enjoy sharing my experiences with you on YouTube. So I hope that you gain inspiration from my videos and from information that I am sharing with you. I know that sometimes you forget about certain flowers and you watch different videos and you might say, oh, I forgot all about that flower. Like, I would love to try that. Or you just watch someone do something and it inspires you to want to give it a try. It's a wonderful gardening community here on YouTube. And I have really enjoyed just interacting with people in the comments on my own channel, but also on other people's channels. There's so many wonderful gardening channels out there, and it's a wide range. They range from people who are like super educated about gardening and share, all the way to like your backyard gardener, and which is kind of, I guess, what I am. I just am a regular person who enjoys gardening and likes to share about it. And I think, when you're looking for information online and looking for inspiration online, you connect with certain personalities. So I watch all different kinds of gardening channels for many different reasons. It's a wonderful place where you can come and just, find the video that you connect most to and, get your information from there. You could be looking for how to plant tulips and you find like 30 videos on the topic, but you connect to maybe one person's personality. So I just hope through my videos and what I'm sharing that I can inspire somebody out there, just like I've been inspired. Okay, moving on, I also have some snapdragons to share, and I have two. I really love this snapdragon here. And again, this is more of like a tall flower for your cut flower garden. So kind of working along the same lines as the Bells of Ireland, I would think, but in color. So it's sort of, you know, one of the tall flowers that's going to be in your bouquet. But this is called Snapdragon Orange Wonder, again from Botanical Interest. And this one here, let's see, brilliant orange blooms tipped with rosy pink. Pink will glow like a sunset in your garden bed. Bold and floral arrangements and a pollinator favorite. So just gorgeous. I just really thought that was beautiful as well. And again, I'm going to be direct sowing these. Not exactly sure where everything will go, but the plan is to direct sow. What else does it say here? These get 30 to 36 inches tall. And, oh, this says blooms heaviest in cool weather. So this might be something more towards the end of the summer or beginning of the fall season if I'm still going strong with my cut flower garden. We'll have to see how it goes. So yes, the Snapdragon Orange Wonder. I'm just going to share a couple more flowers. I don't want to make this video too long, and I have several packages of seeds. And like I said, I'm not going to be probably planting everything that I picked up this year. I kind of went a little overboard, but I also want to keep it manageable for myself, and I don't want to overwhelm myself in the first season. So a couple more things that I wanted to share is the next one is called Amaranth Burgundy. And look at, oh my goodness, look at the color on that. And that's more of like a tall flower for your cut flower farm. And let me just read you what this says. Elegant burgundy plumes with striking maroon leaves add rich color to the back of a border. Excellent cut flower, fresh or dried. So this could be in your fresh flower bouquet, but also then dried, which I think would be very beautiful for, you know, something in the fall, like a fall dried flower arrangement. Let's see, how tall do these get? These are tall. These are super tall. So these get 5 to 8 feet tall. Wow. Okay, so I really have to consider where I'm placing these in my garden. You know, I got to be careful about the placement of those. So super, super neat flower that is. So I'm looking forward to trying this one out as well. And the last one I have here is called Status, Russian Status. And it looks like that. Again, it's adding that tall interest to a bouquet. And this one, the description says, these unusual rosy flower spikes reach out from the flower bed to amaze the onlooker and are an eye-catching addition to cut flower arrangements. So these get 12 to 18 inches tall. So not extremely tall, but they definitely will add some interest to the bouquets. Just the way they kind of spike out like that is really neat. So again, I will be direct sowing. This one's not as tall, so this might be a good candidate for my elevated flower bed. I haven't picked out an elevated flower bed yet, so I'm hoping that I find one that works for me. I did see this one on Garden Supply that I've seen online, and it was an elevated like metal bed with a trellis over the top, but I don't see it anywhere online anymore. So I don't know if they took it, you know, they're not selling that anymore. So if anybody can recommend a good elevated raised garden bed, I would appreciate it. I like the ones that kind of come up off the ground, you know, like on the stilts, and then the garden bed sits above it. I prefer the metal ones, I think. Anyways, I'm hoping to find a elevated garden bed that'll work for some of the cut flowers that I'm going to be direct sowing. You also get with your order this free seed starting guide, and so I know I'll be referencing this, you know, when I'm going to start direct sowing my seeds. So lots of explanations there, and like I said, on your actual packet, you get all this information front and back. And also, I haven't opened any of my seed packets yet, but if you open them, you know, you can open the entire seed packet, and on the inside is all information as well. So I really appreciate that because I know I'm going to be needing to reference and to read up a lot during this whole process. So I just want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope that I've inspired you by some of my seed selections, and you know, just so to inspire you to get out into your gardens and enjoy and to, you know, beautify your own space, and I hope to be sharing more about my journey as I move along, and as you know, the season of winter comes to an end. And I start, you know, getting outside and establishing my garden beds and starting my seed sowing. I hope to see everyone very soon. We'll see you again in my next video. Have a great day.